The statement delivered by Buckingham Palace at exactly 3 minutes past the hour was so unexpected and emotionally fraught that even experienced royal writers found it hard to read aloud. This had nothing to do with ceremonial duties, titles, or ancient customs. This time, the concern was directed at the youngest royal, Prince Louis. Within seconds, televisions froze, phones buzzed, and one question echoed across the nation: why would the palace break its silence for him? How could it be so serious? Quick favor, if you're loving this insight, hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell icon. Over 92% of viewers haven't joined the family yet. It's free, takes a second, and means the world to us. Now, back to the show. There had been no deliberate press whispers or anticipatory rumors. The announcement's wording was unsettling and its timing severe, arriving like a crack of thunder on a clear day. Unlike the usual royal vagueness, this declaration was full of emotional tension. Royal correspondents, usually the masters of composure, were visibly shaken. Some actually stuttered during live broadcasts. As one anchor noted with a wavering voice, "The feel of this is painfully human." The phrase "private matter involving Prince Louis" would be harmless anywhere else. But in the world of royal communications, where every syllable is weighed on a goldsmith scale, this was a massive red flag. A private matter didn't imply a minor inconvenience, it implied a tragedy. Even without specific details, the nation felt the weight of what had just been made public, and more importantly, what hadn't. What made this truly shocking was that it wasn't about King Charles's health or Princess Catherine's recovery. The palace chose to draw sudden, passionate attention to Prince Louis, breaking every established custom. The public reaction was swift. Social media flooded with anxious messages, and dinner-table conversations across the UK ceased. The world's eyes turned to the youngest heir, whose mischievous smiles usually lit up the news, but now represented a source of national worry. As the world watched, palace insiders noted a shift. Royal statements are engineered to conceal, but underneath this smoothness lay a tremble. Experienced watchers saw the softer language and an odd yearning for privacy. This wasn't crisis management. It was mending something deeply human. The statement shuddered. The family is grateful for the kindness of the public. In royal dialect, the palace doesn't thank the populace like this unless they are battening down the hatches for a true storm. The anxiety peaked because the royal machine, usually a fortress of leaks and memos, was in total lockdown. Even senior aides were caught off guard. This silence usually means something grave has occurred. As reporters scrambled, they found a disturbing omission: no hospital stays or physical incidents. The whispers shifted to withdrawal and emotional distress. For a family famed for image protection, the language now felt dangerously exposed, revealing a human weakness the monarchy usually fears. Inside Adelaide Cottage, the truth was far more fragile. They had no plan, one source claimed. They were simply in pain. Catherine and William could no longer pretend to be at peace while their youngest child struggled. The cost of silence had become too high. Soon, it wasn't an official who spoke, but a father. Prince William stepped forward without a script or the shield of protocol, his voice cracking in a moment that shattered the illusion of royal invincibility. "Prince Louis has been struggling." Those words changed everything. William described a child too frightened to sleep alone, a boy who had absorbed the fractures of a family under pressure. He admitted to missing the signs, trying to hold the crown and his family at the same time. He recalled Louis asking the one question no father is prepared for: "Will Mommy go the way Grandpa did?" In that moment, William realized that silence hadn't been resilience, it had been a mistake. The struggle wasn't Louis' alone. Princess Charlotte, the steady presence, had been carrying her brother's pain in secret. She had become his comforter and shield, but her strength was a survival tactic, not resilience. When a nanny found her curled in a corner, crying because Louis didn't understand why his mother wasn't getting better, the illusion of the perfectly coping family finally broke. The children weren't just adapting, they were drowning in uncertainty. By trying to shield them, the adults had inadvertently given fear more power. Prince Louis had begun to withdraw from daily life, stopping his questions and fading into silence. This wasn't a publicity stunt or a play for optics. It was a story of a family realizing that no title can protect a child from fear, Only love and honesty can. From the tears to the truth, the message was clear: healing is not a weakness. Sometimes the strongest act is admitting you are still learning behind closed doors. The world may watch the monarchy for the spectacle, but here, it witnessed something far more powerful: humanity. This is a legacy shaped not by grand ceremonies, but by the choice to put family above the image.